Well, good morning, world. Actually, good afternoon almost. Some days seems like we'll be watching in the evening. I want to go ahead and give you an update. Yeah, I'm going to shave again. Imagine that. So, since I saw you last, and a helicopter went down, some other stuff has been happening. Yeah, as I understand it, and you might too, there's been a huge change in the global weather. And I mean the politics. Anybody seen the big to-do about finding out that Fossey lied and covered up stuff, covered up emails, intentionally tried to keep things out of the public eye? Imagine that. Why would anybody do that when people's lives are at risk? Unless, of course, you work for evil interests, right? In which case, my goodness, shouldn't you pay? Shouldn't you be required to pay? People trust you. People pay you more than anybody else on the planet to go ahead and be an advisor. To go ahead and tell us, hey, this is safe and effective. And if you don't use it, we're going to cut you up. And if you talk about online that this might be bullshit, oh, we're going to shut you down. We're going to shut your traffic down. Imagine that. So, back when I was doing this protest, you might say, choosing to be in the control group, well, I used to wear this really big beard. And people thought I was crazy. I guess in part because I wore a beard. Why would anybody want to shave? If you see how much time it takes, and if you go out there and buy the super duper marketed expensive shaving cream, which I don't. I just buy a bar of soap. This is for shaving soap. But I do buy one of these nifty battery operated 5 razor blades, super sharp, so I don't cut myself. Wow, I didn't even touch anything. Somebody's messing with my toy. Now, what's the problem out there? The problem is, in case you hadn't noticed, we're kind of having a censoring issue. Not because, of course, nobody's watching me shave. That doesn't mean anything. But once upon a time, on my Facebook, for example, we used to have a lot of traffic, as in 40,000 to 80,000 views. Until one day Facebook decided they didn't like me anymore. My. It does not pay. And then Facebook wasn't the only one. Twitter. Instagram. YouTube, mind you, Google. All of a sudden, I'm a bad guy. Okay. But, wow. Thousands of views. Now imagine you get all sorts of views every time you post. Thousands. And then you get 18 views. So you go from 40 to 80,000. Not so bad. Down to 8 to 10,000. Not so bad. These are not just drops, gradual, slow curves. No. These are precipices at the edge. But when you fall off that cliff, you wonder where the bottom is. Because you can't imagine you could fall off a cliff that high when you were on level ground. What's level ground? Well, level ground, guys. That's when you have the equal footing. Nobody's blacklisted you. Nobody's traffic shuttering. Well, having been there now for, wow, at least 5 years. 2019, I was actually on the list. I was poster child for this crap. Because of my profession, that somebody might be taking out our guns or ability to survive, monitoring us. Of course, I've been saying stuff like that since I was a child. Got my expert marksman's medals by the time I was 13. After 3 years, 3 years, from 10 to 13, getting to shoot 50 rounds of free ammunition every weekend. And that was so that we could go ahead and be able to know how to shoot. We did that in the basement right underneath the theater on the Army base. This is in Baumholder, Germany. It wasn't a very big base, and we lived in the barracks, concrete barracks. They're all set for war. Just in case, because we're sitting there in the middle of Germany. And mind you, we did occupy Germany for a long time after the war. People don't understand that. The final documents on Germany didn't hand over back to the Germans wasn't until 1953 or 4. 53, actually. After Antarctica, imagine that. After we went to Antarctica, we suddenly finished up all of our paperwork. But, kind of part of that was, there's rumors, conspiracies about a Fourth Reich. That Bormann and Hitler and them went ahead and got into the stock market and maybe took over things, Nah. Just rumors, just conspiracy theories, And then Hitler actually finally died, and the FBI released all that information. And I think it was something you should read about. Just sounds like a horror story sometimes. Luckily, he had a horrific end, had nightmares, and horrible ending he should have had. So, now, what am I doing today? Should be fixing that light behind me, right? And replacing it. Lots of things I should be doing. I got so much to do. Who ever thought? But 69 coming at me real short ahead, in my 70s, and look at the world that I get to hand over to the children I don't have. But you do. Are you going to settle for what's happened? Are you going to settle for this crap? Are you one of the victims who maybe took the shot? The vax? Are you one of the people that believes the next one's not a plan too? Pandemics? Do you see what's happening? Do you understand Blackstone, BlackRock, and all these different entities that are basically in charge, and you're not? There's a tribunal about to start, I believe, with all this information getting out, the light. Lots of other people framing this the way it should be framed. In truth. Join me, clean shaven, off into the world to make a difference, to thrive, to make the world a better place. Join me. You can do it. We're not crazy. We're actually the control group. That means we stayed out of this bullshit. We didn't give in to the fact that you believe, not me, that you got to get old, decrepit, weak, stupid, compliant. No. If you survive this, you're chosen ones who chose yourselves through God or whatever power to believe and have faith. You. Thank you. Veterans, thank you for your service. You got out of service and said take the shot. Thank you for your service. for staying prepared. Blessings. Y'all have a good day.